Hello and welcome to my video. Today I'm going to be doing a sketchbook tour of all the sketchbooks I've filled out this year, 2020. As you can see, there's a lot of varying sizes. I have 5 sketchbooks here in total that have all been filled completely during 2020. Let's get started. Some of them do overlap. Like this one and another one were filled out basically during the same time, but for the most part, they're just one at a time. So this one is the first one. I started right in January 3rd, and it goes from January to May. So I started just with some random drawings of a spider and a little plastic turtle that I have in my room and my cat. Some random watercolor things I did while I was bored during art class, and doodles bored during art class. This one is probably my least favorite sketchbook. It doesn't really have a lot of good drawings in it, or concepts even. It just has a lot of rough doodles and not really anything of substance. I was trying at first. See, I did some sketches of like lips and tried to make it good. Here's a leg. I think I found like references on Pinterest or something, how to draw that stuff. I think for this sketchbook I didn't use a lot of references. This one was referenced. I don't really like how it turned out though. But as you can see, there's some very strange sketches that just came from my imagination. I like this one. I think this is the first one I like in this one. That's from a reference. Most of these are okay, but as soon as you start looking hard at them, you can tell that there's something wrong with them. Like this one's ear and her face is just weird. It gets worse. I was trying out some glitter paint from Miniso. And that one's rough. I think I gave up like halfway through that one. Just some random watercolor stuff. I can't remember if I used any references for this stuff. Probably not for the faces, but maybe for the legs, because I was actually trying to learn how to draw those legs crossed. I think it was for a drawing or something that I was trying to do. I don't ever think I finished it. Right here is Vanellope Von Sweet from Wreck-It Ralph. I was trying to figure out how to do like a disgust emotion. The rest of them, though, I think are just my imagination. These ones aren't bad. Oop. And these are some more just emotions. You can hardly see these ones. Just some rough sketches. This one, I think I was just in a room with a bunch of people and just drawing different poses that people were in. And that's roughly based off of Sokka from Avatar. I think I was watching Avatar at that time. February, yeah. This is all before the pandemic, so it's not very consistent. Like, yeah, we're like already a month in and not very far. And like his vibe. I'm trying to draw some eyes. Not very well. Just some random doodles. Trying to do charcoal. I use charcoal sometimes, not very often at all. Yeah, I think that's the only time I use charcoal in the sketchbook. But I used it a few other times in other ones this year. Yeah, see, it's all just like rough stuff. Yeah, this, I think I was watching a YouTuber, Not Corey, I think, and just like drawing him as he talked. And then the rest of them are probably just me doodling while I was watching YouTube. Same thing here. This one is the first like actual finished drawing I did, March 20th, so we're into the pandemic. When was the last date? March 8th. Yeah, so that's like before the pandemic. But March 20th, so that would have been really early on. And I was already feeling bored, apparently. Needing some freedom. Here's some more people with wings. I like how this one turned out. there's a lot wrong with it. Like, the hair is just really chunky, and I don't know what's going on with this area, but I think it looks good, and I like the clouds behind her, and yeah. I think I posted this one on Instagram. These are just, you can't see them, sketches from Archie Comics. There's Veronica and Betty, little baby Archie. A lot of this stuff is really light, and then the lights that I have are just washing it all out. I think some of these were using references from Pinterest. I don't think I could do anything this good without a reference. Okay. This one I think was using references, definitely. It's all very sketchy though, it's not like confident at all. I don't know if I've gotten better or worse at that as I've gone along this year. This one's cute. It's Strange Eons, I think, on YouTube. Yeah. Just more random sketches. I don't think I have reference for any of these. This one is a porcelain doll I have. I just drew her from my desk. And the other ones are just whatever. This one I wanted to do a portrait with a background with a bunch of patterns and stuff, so I was practicing drawing all those patterns and like figuring stuff out, but I never actually got around to doing it, which is sad. There's my brother, Noah. It's a little rough, but it looks like him, vaguely. It's my sister, Hannah. Oh, and it says this picture was taken in 2016, not 2020, because I think she had bronchitis or something. This one's more messed up, and the next one is even more rough. This is my sister, Rachel. Sorry about the face, though. Yeah, she does not look like that. Each of them, I don't know, these ones aren't really that good, but, like, it's recognizable as the person. I think, at least. I find that often happens when I draw people I know. Like, you can tell that it is the person, even if it doesn't really look like them. Like, I'll get just their face shape or something right, and yeah. Or maybe it's just me remembering that I drew them. I don't know. These are a bunch of marbles. I was trying to get, like, the light and shadows and stuff. Some of them are okay. Yeah. And it was here that I started drawing, like, every day for a long time, like, until July, maybe. I missed a few days, but, like, there were no periods where I just stopped for a while, you know? So this was just trying to practice drawing trees and doing watercolor. Because I've never really been good at drawing trees, and not really still. But I liked how some of them turned out. I like the blue one and the green one. These ones are a little more rough, but I was probably just getting tired. Not trying as hard. So this one was the start of a color series of just drawing characters based on colors and color schemes. So this one's yellow, obviously. Triadic, complementary, monochromatic, and analogous. And I think this one is the most successful out of this series. Yeah. With these ones, I think that the penciling is very sketchy, and it could have done with, like, a final layer or something like that. But I like how the shapes look and the characters look very distinguishable, you know? And then red is just a mess. This one looks like Angela from The Office. Yeah, that one, I don't even know. I think this one was okay, but that's maybe just because it's compared to the other bad ones. And then blue. This one's cute. The rest of them not so much. This one, it's a little princess thing. I don't know. I drew her a few times and then just never really went back to her. Like, that's just all in one day. April 25th, my sister's birthday. Don't know why I was just drawing that day, but oh well. She's kind of cute, though. Yeah. Also, April 25th, I was using acrylic paint, which says, "Bless the Lord on my soul." I don't really like this one. It's very blocky, not really blended together. I think if it was blended together, the colors, it would look better. And maybe if the figure was, I don't know, more proportionate. Yeah. I might redo this one sometime. It's kind of just like a simple idea, though. Maybe not worth it. This is like a little plan on how to make a sketchbook. Yeah, I made two of my sketchbooks and then some for my friends as well this year. That was fun. This was just a YouTuber I was watching. I just drew a few of his faces. And then I was trying to go back to the color series thing, but it didn't really work. You can see I was probably watching The Office. There's Meredith and Dwight and Ryan. Yeah, so I don't really like this one as much. It just seems kind of rushed. And the orange and the purple and the green just don't really complement each other all that well. Here I started drawing one of the drawing challenges. So it's day 1. I got pretty far in it. I don't know if I finished it or not. So the first prompt was feminine. And this is April 29th. Yeah, I chose this character to actually draw. They're kind of the same thing, though. Those two. Yeah, I didn't really draw a final one. But this was kind of just looking more at her character. So her name is Elaine McCoy. I don't know if you can see the writing. Here's just some random doodles. Some with watercolor. Not really good. None of them had references. Here's a wolf. It's cute. Probably had references for that one. I did this one again in my latest sketchbook. And the other ones, I don't even remember where I got them, but I saved that image at least. This is day 2 of the drawing prompt thing. Masculine. Yeah, I don't really like any of these. This guy looks kind of nice, but the other ones just look strange. That guy's got a really bad tan. Day 3, androgynous. This one looks like D'Angelo Wallace. I can't remember if I was actually looking at him or not for it. And just some random doodles. These are 2 dolls that I have. I got rid of this one, but this one was based off of the musical Bear, a pop opera. So that's supposed to be Nadia, Jason, Peter. Yeah, they don't really look like them though. I was just trying to draw characters for them. Some random watercolor stuff. You can barely see these characters. That's Michael Burnham from Star Trek. I don't know what that says. Can't really read my own handwriting sometimes. This is day 4 of the drawing prompts. It's young/old. So there's some old people. This one I know I had a reference for. You can't really see any of them. I don't know about the other ones though. I think I had a reference for this one. This one is tall/short. Really only finished the tall ones. Just random doodles. This one I was using a lady on Pinterest who had just taken pictures of herself at different angles and using different facial expressions. I think that's what it was. Looks like that's what it was. I don't think I just did that myself. And these are some birds, which you again can't see. need to draw darker so you can actually see. This one doesn't have any drawings on it. I just liked how the watercolor wash looked. The rest of them are just kind of brushed, but that like has some nice texture to it. And we're in May. Oh, it's May 4th, my sister's birthday. This one was a Barbie that one of my favorite Barbies, Nikki. Yeah, we're like giving all our Barbies away, so I just figured I wanted to draw them. It doesn't really look like her face is like too wide, and yeah, it was just a quick thing though. So this is one you can tell that I can actually draw, kind of. Yeah, I really like how these ones look. Like each of them has a problems. Like this lady's hair is just not nice. She looks good. She looks like she's having fun. And these two look okay. I really cannot see any of my sketches. Ugh, okay. There's some heat. And this was another prompt, day 6. Superhero / superpowers. None of them really look all that good. I was practicing drawing people together. Didn't really go all that well. And some watercolor flowers. And plants. Just like scribbling in watercolor basically. Oh, this one was fun. This is like Zentangles and patterns and stuff. I basically just did like a scribble and then broke it up into a grid and then just put the patterns inside of each one. Yeah. This one's day 7, Monster. I don't really like how any of them look. Like the idea or the concept of them is kind of cool. Like a lizard head. A wolf head with a snake body. I think I've drawn that before. Yeah. This one you can tell I was watching Modern Family. There's like Cam and Haley. Yeah. I'm practicing drawing babies. Day 8, Magic. I don't know what this guy is doing there. Maybe it's supposed to be like a dragon. It looks like Pinkie Pie's crocodile from My Little Pony. Can't remember its name. Day 9, High Fashion. Kind of like this one. It's kind of cool. Doesn't really look high fashion, but she's got a mask, so that's good. I can't remember. I think this one I had some references for. Probably at least for these two. The rest of them probably not. You can normally tell when I have a reference or I don't. These ones I don't think I had any reference for. Oh, this is day 10, Spy. Yeah. I don't like any of those. This one, May 9th, I was in a Zoom call with like people from my camp. So most of these are just based off of the people who were on the Zoom call. Not very accurately though. And then just like stuff in my basement while we were sitting in the Zoom call, like the Disney Infinity characters. Got Minnie Mouse and Disgust and the bear from the Jungle Book, I can't remember his name, and my cat. Just a page of pencil crayon. I'm not very good at doing pencil crayon. I can never really get it to be very smooth, but I try. I try later too. This is more pencil crayon. Just drawing with it. Trying to get it blended nice. Oh, and Audrey too, from Little Shop of Horrors, of course. Day 11 of the drawing challenge. Deep space / sea. So I've got some mer people and this little gremlin guy and an astronaut. I think I was watching a show or something, because that looks like the girl who's on Andy Mack and High School Musical, the musical, the series. But I can't remember if I was watching anything or using references or anything. I think I was watching Animat, because that kind of looks like TJ too. I don't know. And then experimenting with watercolor pencils. Same thing here. Kind of messed up. Yeah, that one looks like Magnus Bane. I don't know if it's supposed to or not. These all feel like so long ago. Day 13, Killer. Kind of spoopy. I think I was just trying to figure out fabric and stuff. I've never really been good at drawing fabric or folds in clothes, so those must have been using references. This one is just a little character I came up with 3 random colors. That's what this is. I like the concept, not the execution. Like I like her design, just not how I actually drew it. Same thing here. I just happened to pick like 3 analogous colors. This is day 14, Greaser. So I was basically just basing this off of the Outsiders. There's Ponyboy, Derry, what's his name, Johnny. Yeah, nice Ponyboy again. I don't know why I did that. Probably just pulling random colors and going with it. Day 15, Professional. Just looks like I was drawing from The Office. This one I just drew like random shapes with watercolor and then tried to make something out of it. Yeah. I don't know, that one's kind of cute. I don't know why I drew that. Oh, this is characters based on songs. Let's see if you can see them. So this one's I Chose Right from Baby the Musical. Stay, I Pray You from Anastasia. Trina's Song from Falsettos. Photographed by Ed Sheeran. And Grow As We Go by Ben Platt. I think that's it. Yeah, there's a little cat in the corner there. Kind of cute. Alright. So that was my first sketchbook. I don't really like this one. It was fun. I just basically doodled a lot whenever I was bored. And I somehow drew every day for so long. I think this is one of my favorite pages. It just looks nice. There's like some nice characters there. I think I used references for like all of them, so that makes sense. Where is it? This one as well I like. And then the girl that's flying. Where is she? Here she is. I think that's like the only things I can pick out that I like from this book. I like that I was trying out using watercolor. And I like that I was able to draw like every day. That's good. And I think I did have some progress. Now, I don't know how this happened, but I was doing this one at basically the exact same time, and this one just turned out so much nicer. I mean, it has its rough patches, but like it just is a lot better somehow. Yeah. This is the first page. I tried really hard for this one. I really like it. I know that it's messy and like the watercolor isn't perfect. I'm not all that proficient at watercolor, but I think this one looks really good, and the messiness just kind of adds a kind of character to it, you know? Yeah, I really like this section especially, the little earring thing. Yeah, that was February 4th, so this starts February and ends in May, around the same time as the last one. And that is awful. Start out strong and then go weaker. No, this one I was just going random strokes with watercolor. A little rainbow. Trying to draw plants and bricks. I tried. Little tree. Yeah, these ones are a little rough, but it gets better, I promise. And these were trying out some new paints and like mixing them, trying out different colors. Yeah. My first page of characters. And you can tell it's like the same kind of quality as the semi-good ones from the last sketchbook. Yeah. I don't think I used any references for any of these pages. You can tell. This was just a fun thing I saw on Instagram or TikTok. I wanted to try, just because I was bored. Here's where I started doing some gestures. I was only using one side of the page. Oh gosh. Lots and lots of gestures. These ones were more like sketched. You can tell I spent longer on some of them. Probably paused it. And some birds. And just random animals. These ones I think were, again, a model from Pinterest who just has a few pictures as a way to help artists draw like expressions and stuff. And then this little character. Here's my hands. All my one hand. So I was drawing with the other one. Here's Harry Potter characters because I was rereading Harry Potter during quarantine. And then I started rereading Percy Jackson, so that'll come up later. Yeah. I think Ginny turned out the best, and maybe Ron. Except for her eyes. Her eyes are really off. But Mrs. Weasley's probably the worst. Harry's like, okay. Hermione's okay. It's April 1st. Here's some more charcoal. I wasn't using a reference for any of these, I don't think. This one, I kind of like this one. It's nice. I also just really like the combination of purple and yellow. Yeah. This, I was just trying to get some line art and pencil crayon practice in. So this one is based off, well, these two are both based off of the Disney Infinity figurines. That's based off of Luke, and it looks more like him. And this one is based off of Mulan, but I just changed up the colors, really. Yeah, and then I was just practicing with my different kinds of pencil crayons. There's Crayola and Faber-Castell. And then don't look at those. Those are weird. This is an attempt at like a realistic pencil crayon drawing. It's a screenshot from The Politician. That's Ben Platt. I gave up, as you can see. Didn't even finish this. Yeah. I think my sketch was just not great. Someone's vacuuming. I don't know if you can hear that. And here I was doing Harry Potter characters again, but using India ink pens of varying values. So yeah, they're all kind of rough. I have a lot of notes on the page, you can see. Mainly I think what I needed to do was make sure I was drawing in pencil first if I wanted to look good. I can't tell if I drew it in pencil first. I think I did, but I didn't really spend a lot of time on the pencil sketch, because you can see that would have been fixed. Like his whole face is just messed up. Harry's forehead is like way too large. Hermione is okay. Hermione turned out okay. And then other than that, just making sure I know which marker I'm using at what time, because there are some times I didn't really know, like this shadow is way too dark. I should have used a lighter one, like this. Yeah. These ones are more pencil crayon drawings. I think this one had a reference, but the rest of them didn't. I like how they turned out. I really like this one. I think it's a YouTuber. I don't really watch anymore. I can't remember. And it's labeled pencil crayon practice to not mess up Ben Platt, which I drew before. Where is it? This one. Yeah. That one's supposed to look like Fleur from Harry Potter and Ginny from Harry Potter. As you can tell, I was really reading those books. This is a portrait of Barrett Gilbert Weed, April 22nd. And these are just some characters that I made just doing a shape of watercolor and then filling in with ink. I like finding shapes and stuff in the ink. Some feet practice. These were just things on my desk. My knife, phone, some weird sunglasses, my water jar, my water bottle. This was me trying to remember stuff I learned from arts camp about watercolor, because we did sphere practice. Yeah. And then I have a few create an OC challenges that I did. So it's like if you do this or have this, then you do this thing. Like if you have a sister, do orange hair. I don't know if that's what it actually was, but I just wrote out whatever it was that I was supposed to do. And then I made her, and I don't like it. This one's kind of cute. This one was supposed to look more like me, with the purple hair and the blue eyes. I don't have purple hair anymore, in case you don't know me. And I like this one. I think this was around the same time that I was doing the other flying girl, maybe. Or no, that was more in March. I don't know. I just like people with wings. They look cool. Yeah, I think this was another prompt one. So it says Red Cloak, science fiction. So her name is Rose the Satyr. I completely forgot about her, so. Here's some gestures with watercolor. I was trying to figure out ways to make gestures look nicer on a page. In my next sketchbook, I think I found the best way to do that. Right now it just looks weird. I just have pencil and then watercolor on top, and it doesn't really work. These ones were using Disney's live action references, like when they had when they were animating movies, they would use live action references to make the movement realistic. So this one was for Ariel, and this one was for Alice, and this one isn't labeled, but I think this one is Eric. So this prompt is Blue Sword Fantasy. I don't really like this one. It's kind of just random. Practicing drawing couples. So like holding hands. See, a lot of the sketches I think would look better. Like this one especially. The watercolor got really messed up. I don't think I waited for their skin to dry. And this one you can see here too, but this one's the worst because of the black. Yeah. I don't know why I did that. There's no like study of light or anything. It's just circles with a little thing at the bottom. That's nice. Okay, more gestures with watercolor over top. From Cats, maybe? That would have been around the time I was watching Cats. I watched like half of it. I didn't really like it. And that's probably people watching Cats. And my cat. You can't even see that. Okay. Well, it's my brother and my dad. And then my foot and my sister's foot, probably. This was another prompt, Aqua Spider Fantasy. And we're at May 16 now. So I think I had a reference for this one, but the other one's probably not, because that one looks the most realistic, and that one looks just like what people think spiders look like. Or what I think spiders look like, at least. More gestures. There's a lot of gestures in this one. This is the YouTuber Strange Eons. It doesn't really look like her, but I recognize it. At least recognize that that's what I was trying to do. Some more gestures. That one looks nice, if you can see it. This was supposed to be Timothy Chalamet. Trying to draw Timothy Chalamet because I want to draw him for Evan, my best friend. But that obviously didn't work out because none of these look like Timothy Chalamet. I don't even know. This one looks like Ezra Miller. This one looks like Billy from Stranger Things. Here's Ben Platt. These ones actually look like Ben Platt because I love Ben Platt and I know what he looks like. Timothy Chalamet, like, I don't know, I'm indifferent to him. Mermista from She-Ra. I never actually finished coloring either of these. And then also Glimmer from She-Ra. Some more gestures. I think I drew the She-Ra ones when I was watching season 5. Yeah. And I was like crying and just drawing Glimmer. Well, that's a nice one. Yeah. I think that's all that there is. Yeah. So that's that sketchbook. I think my favorite part of this sketchbook is definitely the first page. I really like how this one looks. Again, I know it's messy, but like I really like it. Yeah. Some other good parts, I don't know. I think I was trying to find like a nice style here. And like I used more references in the sketchbook, so it's obviously going to be better. Yeah, I think that's the difference between this one and the last one. I used more references. Because the last one was just a lot of doodling when I was bored. But you'd think you would use the smaller one to doodle when you're bored, but the smaller one also has nicer paper, so maybe that's why. Just thought it would be better. This is my next one. There was a little card in here that had like sketchbook resolutions. Oh, it's still here. Here it is. So my sketchbook resolutions. 1, draw something every day. That didn't really work out, but I still kept up my work ethic, I think. Draw on both sides of the paper. I did that most of the time, I think. Add color even on sketches. I think I did that most of the time. And then create finished work. And that was started May 19, 2020. So right after I finished the last one, the smaller one. So this is the one that I made also. You can see it's not really that great. But I like it. It looks cute. I like the fabric on it. And I made it April 25th to 28. After I made this one, I was able to like actually make sketchbooks in one day. Yeah. Oh, sorry. And that's started May 19, finished July 5th. So, not very long. First page. I have some things that were referenced from Pinterest. One thing that I just did from my imagination that didn't go too well. And then one thing that's just a YouTuber that I was watching at the time. Joseph Garner. He's really great. Check him out. This one is referenced from Pinterest. I really like her. She looks really nice. Yeah. And then this one, I was on a bike ride and I just stopped like just outside my neighborhood. And I just drew a few things, like a tree and the house across the field and my bike. Yeah. Some plants from pictures that I have. I can't really open this sketchbook like all the way. And then hands. And then I just painted it yellow around. Yeah, I think I used a lot of color in this one, probably the most. This page is a mess. I was using Sharpies. I haven't really used a lot of Sharpies since this sketchbook, I think, but a lot of the time I did this sort of thing where I just drew lines in the background behind sketches, just to make it pop more. So there's Curtis Connor, someone from Pinterest. I saved this photo and I drew it like 2 other times. Getting progressively better, I think. This one's pretty bad. And then this one I drew while watching Ben Platt's concert, so that's like Ben Platt. Yeah. But I didn't ever pause it to draw it, so that's why it's not great. Yes, these pages were done in a Zoom call for my camp, so I was just bored. So this is just random stuff in my basement, like the keyboard, the cat tower, my pencil case, a lamp, Christmas decorations, you know, regular things to have in May. And then this is just like a character I started drawing, never really came back to. This page is messy. But these are just like some people on the Zoom call, like some of my friends from camp. And just, these were, I saw how to draw figures on Instagram and I just wanted to try it out. And you know, it turned out okay. Yeah. That was May 21st. This is May 24th. This was during a church service. That's my pastor. This was online church because it's a pandemic. So my pastor, my grandma, my mom, and then just some people that were in the service or on TV before. Yeah. And you cannot see this page at all, but it's just a little, like a bunch of little light sketches of myself. There's one when I was like a baby. You can kind of see it. And then there's me with my cat. And then this side is just plants in my room that I had at the time. My African violet that is now dead because I don't know how to take care of African violets, and I have 2 other ones that are also probably going to die soon. And dragon fruit cactus. It's a lot bigger and a lot more wild now than it was before. Yeah, I think this was like 2 months after I got it. And this is my lettuce that I was growing. And ferrets. And those are kind of cute. Ferrets are so cute. And some more ferrets. Just for fun. This stuff was done because of a prompt. It all changed when, which was like for a competition on Instagram for YRAC Youth, I believe. I will check on that. I didn't win it, but these were just some of my ideas for it. I didn't go with anything on this page. This is the beginning concepts of a character that's going to show up in the next sketchbook a lot more. His name is Keith. Yeah, he gets better, don't worry. And this is kind of more of the idea that I actually went with for the prompt. It all changed when, or whatever it was. My friend inspired me by showing me some suffragette things that he was using for a school project. And then this is like my final idea, and I'll insert here how that turned out. I actually really like how it turned out. I did a large scale watercolor painting. Yeah. Well, I don't know if it's large scale. It's pretty big for what I normally do. And this is just my window. It was a rainy day and I just thought I wanted to paint it because it was kind of nice. Yeah. I was watching Twilight on this side and I got like halfway through and I could not finish it because it was just so creepy, and not because it was supposed to be creepy. Like just accidentally creepy romance, you know? I hate those. I cannot stand them. And then this side, I guess I was watching Modern Family, I think. Yeah, it says Modern Family here, Twilight there, I didn't see that. And then this one was just like some warm-ups. I hardly ever do drawing warm-ups. It's probably not a good thing. And here I was testing out the difference between red, yellow, blue color scheme and magenta, cyan, yellow color scheme, and how those both work. I was using pencil crayons and Sharpie and looking at different color schemes. And this side was for my fashion class. We hardly ever did anything in that class since the pandemic, but this was one of the things we did. We were supposed to see what kind of body shape we have and find out how you're supposed to dress to like flatter your body. So I found out I have a pear body shape and was looking at different outfits that I could wear. This one did not turn out very well. This was just doodling while watching videos again. Here are the gestures that I actually like, how they turned out. So I just did them in pencil, and then I went over them in pen with some details, and then I outlined it in a thicker marker, and then I just did Sharpie in the background, and I actually really like how those look. as opposed to the last sketchbook where I would draw in pencil and then just go over it in watercolor, because I think that just washed it out and didn't make it look good. You can't really see this stuff. I can't really see it either because it's so dark. But there's this guy here, and then there's some pencil stuff here. I think there's like someone yelling at someone else. I don't know. And here's some more gestures, same thing. Yeah, I really like how those look, so I did a bunch of those. People are vacuuming again. Oh, these are rough. Yeah. These are Jason and Peter from Bear, a Pop Opera. I have a little note here that says just ignore the hands, because they are rough. And then, plus Jason looks really creepy. That's Jason. Yeah. Yeah, he looks predatory. This stuff, more gestures, I just did in pencil and then went over with pen, I think. Or I just did it in pen. I think this one I did in pencil, and then the rest I did in pen, just straight away, with the Sharpie background. This drawing is the same one over here. You can't really see it, though. And then I do it another time later on in this sketchbook, I think. I saved that one. Yeah, and then there's the Queen. She's so pretty. I love that drawing. I think I want to redo it at some point, because it looks, it's rough, it's messed up, like, yeah, but I like the concept of it, just like the thin white outline with the blue sash and the blue eyes, and then the striped background. I really like how it looks aesthetically, but it's really messy, so I might want to do it again. Here was just some practicing with pencil crayons. I didn't want to get on this page. Just trying to cover it. And then this is for my fashion class. These were like the final products of my project. Yeah. More gestures. I went back to doing watercolor over top because it was taking a really long time to do what I was doing before. There's some nudity, so I'm just going to skip over those ones. That's rough. These ones are kind of okay, these guys. Let's see what's under here. That's fun. Okay, moving on. That's a mood. Yeah, I don't have anything to say about those. These are legs and feet at online church service. So just like my family is sitting in the living room, I just drew people's feet. Because I need practice. I think there's some more nudity there, so we're just going to skip over that. This was a draw this in your style. I'll put her account, but this was what I did for it. Hers was definitely better, but I really liked doing this one. This was fun, and I like the style that I did it in, with like the thick border. Yeah, I don't really have a style that I like go to, but that's definitely something I did a lot in this sketchbook with the thick border. Yeah, this was a bunch of me, just pictures of myself, because, you know, I'm not gonna lift that up, that's probably bad. And this was like glued down, so you know I did not want people to see what's under that, so that's probably bad. That one's rough. That was when I had long hair. I haven't had long hair in a very long time. Or a few with long hair. Yeah, I think this one and this one look actually the most like me. That one looks like baby-faced. I'm baby-faced. This one looks more mature. This one looks like my choir director, and there's my brother. But it's all me. That one I think is the worst. I don't know why I didn't cover it up. Yeah. Some more gestures. Oh, I was wanting to do a picture with someone with a flower crown, but I didn't know like what I wanted to do for it. So I really like this sketch here. You can't really see how good it is. It's not really that good, but like I think that could make a really nice drawing, you know? So this one's like a fairy. This one I wanted to do a guy with a flower crown. I think guys with flower crowns just look so good. Just so good. I went with this character, but not like the framing of it. She was supposed to look like Perfuma from She-Ra, but not actually be Perfuma, just like inspired by her. This character was one that I made for my brother. Yeah, he's doing like a comic series or something, or at least planning to do one. So I wanted to, he was asking people to like make characters for him. This was just a random thing that I thought of. More gestures in pen for some reason. I was trying to do something here. This is my friend Arani. She's great. Go follow her. Here's some dancing people. Just having a blast. That was fun to do. It was really hard getting to the end. You can tell I started making them bigger because I was like, I don't know what other poses to do. It's my friend Evan and my sister Hannah, or Hannah. We're in June. I haven't been looking at the dates. These are my cats, Gypsy and Blueberry. This one's mine. She's so fuzzy. This is a character, Heather. She's like buff. She's supposed to be like Scorpion from She-Ra. Yeah, some more gestures. Oh, this one I wanted to do a drawing of Artemis and Apollo, as described in Percy Jackson. That was hard to get the paperback. I have like a stack of books there. I never actually finished it or started it. I just did this stuff, and then I said when I get my iPad, I'm gonna do it, but I never did. I got the iPad, but I didn't do the drawing. 1 month mark. So this is how much I did in 1 month of quarantine during school and the summer. Just more gestures. Muscle person. I was gonna do more of them, but then I didn't. More gestures. Yeah. Oh, Lance and Keith from Voltron. Of course. Some frogs. They're so cute. I love frogs. Yeah, more frogs. I got bored of it after a while, you can tell. I think that was the same day, so I was just drawing frogs. I don't know why I did that. It took me a while too. I did like gestures on top of gestures with Sharpie pens here. I don't know why. Looks okay, I guess. This one was one that I said I did a few times before. This one, it's from the same image. This one looks more like the image. This one was like adapted slightly because I was lazy. And this page is just, I did a really bad drawing and then I just was practicing my signature over it. Yep. Oh, this is the final of the flower crown one. It's okay. It's not great. She looks kind of dead inside. Which you don't want to be when you're wearing a flower crown, you know? But, yeah. Some more gestures. There's nothing really else here. This little doodly thing that I just taped in. Yeah, I don't really think I have any references for any of those. Again, you can tell when I don't have references. These are just houses from Pinterest. Oh, this one was one also that I said was gonna come back from earlier. Here. So that's 1, 2, and 3 in the same picture. And this one I don't think I ever went back to. And yeah, that's it. So from this sketchbook, oh, I forgot to point out, Space Whale comes back from the next sketchbook. Yeah, so from this sketchbook, what would I say my favorite thing is? Probably the frogs. I like the frogs. And Sierra. Sierra. I think those are probably some of my favorite things. Not this side, this side. And I have like a little backstory thing here for my brother. Yeah, and then these gestures are nice. I like them. I don't even know if you could consider them gestures because I like did them nice. But that's it for that sketchbook. My first ever handmade sketchbook. I think I used it pretty well. So the next one is significantly smaller. I think I kind of lost interest in drawing every day in this one. I think I had a resolutions thing. I almost said New Year's resolution, no. So my resolutions, you see? Yeah. Finish within 1 month, try to draw every day, use color, draw more thumbnails and concepts, and draw from life. So I did some of those. I didn't finish it within 1 month, but I think I was close. Try to draw every day, I definitely slacked on that one. Use color, I did, but not as much as the last one, I don't think. And draw more thumbnails and concepts. Given that I didn't really draw many thumbnails and concepts in the last one, I think I improved. But I wouldn't say this one's as successful. So this is the space whale from before. And then I also did one on my iPad when I got it. That was like the first thing I did on my iPad. I'll insert that. And here are just some thumbnails of little scenes. The only one I did was this one, I think. Just some gestures. Yeah, here. So this is Keith from before. He looks different. He definitely looks different. I don't know. And then this is Derek. I had this one and then I drew this one, so I think this was the final one that I went with. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and then I did it again, and Keith got messed up. Yeah. I wanted to try and draw him with, like, heterochromia, Keith. Like, half of his one eye is blue. I don't really know how I like that one, though. I don't think it's very good. These are some concepts of things with Keith and Derek. So Derek really likes leaves. As you can see, he is cheering them on, and Keith's just like, okay, man. Keith has a flat tire on his bike, and they're walking the bike home. Yeah, Keith's face definitely elongated from here. And he got slightly taller. This is Sophie, Derek's sister. And there's like a little description of her from Keith's perspective. Some shells from my desk, some plants from my desk that you can't see at all. Man, my lighting is not great. Some gestures with the Sharpie background again. I went back to that. Yeah, we'll just skip over that one. Derek and Sophie and Keith. Some more gestures. These ones I was trying to do like more stylized cartooning things. They look okay, but it's not really for me. I didn't really ever go back to that. And this one's from a reference from Pinterest. I think some of these were from references. Oh, Sword Lady. I did that one on my iPad. I finished it, and I think it looks really good. I printed it out, and it's on my wall. It looks really cool. It's just some more sword people. More swords. And some sword designs. Some people dancing. Just some little character drawings. These ones look kind of cute. I like her and her. This is another character from the same series as Derek and Keith. This is Gwen Lee. She works with Keith. They're both teachers. And this is Ariel Jackson, or Ari, who's Keith's sister. And this is a description of Ari by Derek. And this is just a picture of Ari, Keith, and Derek together. I don't know why there's nothing on the other side. This, I have like a cartooning book, so I was just using the book, like following along. So there's like lips, just little warm-up things. Trying to draw faces. I didn't really stick to the style of this book. It is very stylized. It was more for like caricatures, but I think it helped me just grasp like shapes in life, and trying to draw without so much sketchiness, because it was really big on, you want to do one swift line to create a shape, not a million little lines, right? Because most of the time how I draw is I draw a little circle, then I just like sketch out the jaw, draw a line down the center, do the nose and the eyes and the mouth. But this one, you're supposed to just draw the jaw and the hairline, and then sketch the eyes and the ears, hair, whatever. This was just a bunch of random stuff in my room. I was probably just bored. Trying out some paints. I think these are paints that my grandma gave me. Newt Scamander and Baby Moana. Those shadows are something else. I did the Baby Moana at least one other time recently. Here's some more images of Keith. Charcoal. I hadn't done charcoal in a long time, and I still don't do it very often at all. I don't even know if I used charcoal at all in my last sketchbook. Maybe for like an art class thing. These are all just gestures. They're all very messy. I think that's really all that's left, though. There's Spider-Man, Miles Morales, and She-Ra. Another sketch of a very stylized She-Ra thing. A guy with a flower crown. I think that's supposed to be Keith. Looks a little different, though. I don't know. Oh, those are me. Yeah, we'll just move on from that. She looks cool. I can't remember if there was a reference for that or not. And that's it. Yeah. So how long did that take me? This is September 2nd, and it was started July 5th. So it took me like all summer, but I got there. Yeah, I think I definitely slowed down from the drawing every day. But that's okay. So then the next one, this was one for school. Started September 7th. That was maybe like a day or two before school started. But I also had a spare first, and my school was doing, you do like one period at a time basically in class, and then the afternoon is online. So I just wasn't going into school for like 2 weeks anyway. But yeah, so I started September 7th and went until now. No, not January. It's not January yet. It's December 27th, I think. So this is my first drawing. It's a pencil crayon self-portrait. It's okay. I'm not really that well versed in pencil crayons, so it's like, it's okay considering. Also, it was just done in like less than a day, because I also did this one in the same day. September 8th, so it's like, I think I was trying to start drawing every day, but that failed very quickly. There's not enough space for this one, it's too big. Yeah, this is definitely, I think, the biggest sketchbook I've ever had. Lots of gestures. I didn't bother doing anything fancy with the gestures this time. Yeah, this one, it says, "Be still and know that I am God." And that's a verse from Psalms. It had just been coming up in my life a lot recently, and I thought I should do something with it. Yeah. That's my little brother. It doesn't really look like him. I think it looked better with just the pencil, but then as soon as I added the ink, it just, yeah. And those are just some things on my kitchen table, an orchid and a kitchen timer. And here's Orpheus from Hadestown. I think that's the first time I did anything from Hadestown, and probably the last. I can't remember if I did anything else. Anyway, that's Keith and Derek there. If you can see these two. I wanted to draw Derek in a strawberry dress, but I never got around to it, and now it's like kind of past. And some other just random sketches. These ones are both based off of Instagram drawings. I just basically copied them. Yeah, it's Nico and Will from Percy Jackson. These are sketches for a school project, Cubism. It's supposed to be a portrait of someone in the class, so I did my friend Juanita. Yeah, my final one didn't look anything like this. I can insert it later. This is Alex from Julie and the Phantoms. I like this one the best. The rest of them kind of got messed up with the ink. Yeah, but if the pencil was darker, I think this one would be actually good. Is that visible? Not really. That's the tree outside my church. I just went on a bike ride one day and stopped outside my church, and I was drawing the tree and the sign. And that's Alex again from Julie and the Phantoms. These are just a bunch of people drawn with highlighter and purple pen. I think these two had references, and I stayed pretty close to them as best I could. Like, I tried to do them just as the reference. And then these two, I think I adapted more, but I cannot remember. They look more like adapted references. Is that visible? That's a sketch of a scene from Julie and the Phantoms, Luke and Julie. I'll insert the final product here. Just some gestures. This was thumbnail concepts for, this is Carter Kane from the Kane Chronicles, and then Jason Grace from Heroes of Olympus, both by Rick Riordan. Yeah, I never really got around to doing either of those. Just more concept things that I never really did. And some doodly flowers for this that I never finished. I never really went back to that. I did it for a few days and then I just got bored of it. Yeah. This is from Piper McLean from Heroes of Olympus as well, Rick Riordan. This one, I feel like I copied it from somewhere, but I cannot remember. And then these, I was just literally trying to get a pose right, like trying to figure out how to draw it. So that just looks really funny, but it was actually helpful. There's my math homework. But this was supposed to be thumbnails for, or like ideas for a sculpture for art class. I didn't do any of these. My actual ideas later on. Just some random doodles, random watercolor thing. Yeah. More ideas for the sculpture. I didn't do any of these either. I kind of like this one down here, but I didn't do it because it's supposed to be more cubist stuff, and I didn't know how to make that cubist. Here's some concept for Nico D'Angelo that I never did anything with. This was for an animatic for Another Terrible Day from The Lightning Thief. So we've got Dionysus, Katie Gardner, Selena Beauregard, Percy Jackson, and Chiron. All the characters that show up in that. And then here's like rough sketches for each panel. I got like halfway through it on my iPad, about the same quality as this. Yeah, never finished it. This is my final concept for my sculpture. I really like how my sculpture was. I really wanted to actually make it, but we were just supposed to draw it over top of photos. Yeah, so it's just two girls hugging, and basically the concept is that it's just broken fragments of their bodies just spread out, and then when you look at it from a certain angle, it's supposed to look like they're hugging. So you have to actually like choose to view the sculpture. And I think that it was a really powerful idea, but we may never see. Or you can see my leg. I'm wearing my Mickey Mouse pajamas and Voltron socks. Yeah, and then that's just more thumbnails for how it's gonna look in different angles. And then notes on surrealism. This is like a self-portrait based off of Son of Man. And then notes on surrealism. This is like a self-portrait based off of Son of Man. I can't remember who it's by. I'll figure that out. Then we were doing still lifes in class that we're supposed to transform into surrealism. Yeah, so my teacher just had like a nice setup, and then we were supposed to just draw it with different mediums. There were only a few that we did in our sketchbooks, but we did a lot. Like, we spent hours for a few days just drawing them. And then here are some concepts for my final surrealism drawing. I'll insert how it actually turned out. But this one stayed pretty similar. We're supposed to do 2 drawings. This one got changed a lot. I'm just practicing for drawing stuff for the surrealism. Just practicing with charcoal. I don't even know what I was doing there. Oh, and there's my friend, Sharanya. Yeah. I don't really think it... Yeah, I don't know. It kind of looks like her. This one, I just hadn't drawn in a really long time, so I was just trying to get something on the paper. I was watching Stranger Things at the time, so that one looks like Jonathan. That one somehow looks like a mix of Robin from Stranger Things and like the 13th Doctor. I don't know. This was more concept stuff for art class. We were supposed to do an open series, and I chose to do mine on growing up. I really don't like my idea, but it was really literally the only thing I could come up with. And there's Tranya again. I was drawing her a lot. And that's like the final concept art. I'll insert how it turned out. Yeah. Here's the start of my obsession with shaved heads. Baby Moana, the guy from Jurassic Park, Miles Morales, and someone from Pinterest. I think I drew her in my first homemade sketchbook. Handmade, I mean. This one I really like. She's got a shaved head, so of course I do. Yeah. I don't know what to say about it. December 11th is actually the anniversary of my baptism. Fun fact. I can't remember what year it was, though. Just random drawings. Why did I close that? Okay, just random drawings. I don't know. This is Peyton Hobart from The Politician. I drew him before. Ben Platt, you know. And this one was I did a watercolor wash, and then I just like picked out shapes that I saw in it. And that's just like a picture from one of the Sketch Daily sites or whatever it's called. Same with this one. Some more gestures. Yeah, I like this one. You can't really see a lot of the pencil. I really need to darken that to make it pop. But I like the yellow and the black. And I like how like the colors of the watercolor just make it, I don't know. I just like how it looks. And then the flowers too, I guess. The flowers aren't as nice though. I like this one. You can barely see it, but that's my friend Evan and his dog. I was doing that so I could draw his dog for Christmas. I'll insert how that turned out. I think it went really well. More gestures. This spread I really like. It's the same girl that I drew in this sketchbook like twice. Near the end here. Here. Same one. Yeah, just more gestures, and there's my cat. Just watercolor. I was gonna draw on it, but I never got around to it, and I don't think I'm gonna go back to it. I just did it at the same time as these other ones. I'm doing an avatar series on these mini canvases that are literally the same size as this that my brother gave me for Christmas. And then I also got these new markers. They're like watercolor markers. So yeah, I've just been using them to draw these. And then also neon Sharpies, which I love. They're supposed to like be glowy in fluorescent and black lights. I don't have one of those, but maybe one day I can get one and then see how it looks. I'm gonna use the neon markers here. I was just like doodling while listening to music, so I have like I have a few lines from the songs that I was listening to. This one I think was mainly just done during when I was listening to The Answer by Joe Iconis and George Salazar. So it looks kind of concerning if you don't know that I was listening to that, because it's just, I need an answer, I don't know, time's up, I need help. Like, oh, you can't really see that one. You can't see a lot of the green and yellow. Yike. Okay. Same one for this one. This says no self-confidence. That's from Mamma Mia. Can't remember what song it was. I am unfinished and you can change right next to me from Girl As We Go by Ben Platt. And then down here it's Hades who runs the show from DOA in The Lightning Thief. And then just, yeah, that's my friend, Shania. Oh, and then this is, look around at how lucky we are to be meat that's ground. I don't know why I find that funny. It's just hilarious. And yeah, that's it. I just have one more page. I don't know if I'm gonna do anything with that. We'll see. And then here are my goals for this sketchbook. Draw something daily. Didn't do that. There were a lot of long stretches where I didn't draw anything, but then I've been getting back into trying to draw every day. It's just, you know, school sucks the motivation out of you. Post sketches to story. I did that a few times, like my Instagram story. Yeah, I kind of stopped doing that like after maybe less than a week. Do 5 full drawings. I think I may have done that. Let's see. There's like one. Where's the next one? Here, 2. 3. Maybe I didn't. Does that one count? I don't think it does. No, because that's not really part of my sketchbook. I'm gonna have to submit it in school after the break anyway, so it's gonna be gone. I only have 3 so far. I think if there's just one more, and that's Orpheus. Yeah, I didn't really do many full drawings in this sketchbook, but I did do, oh, I guess that counts 4, and then Orpheus is 5. Yeah, 5. And as for my Instagram story thing, I think I stopped doing that after this one. I think I just posted, yeah, I really didn't post stuff on my story very often. I know I posted this one, and this, and then this one, and I think that's it. Anyway, so that's that sketchbook done, and I already have a new one for this year, or for 2021, at least the start of it. Yeah, I'm excited to get started on it. It's always nice to start a new sketchbook, but it's also really nice to finish one. You know? I used to not finish sketchbooks. I think I'm gonna do videos on my older sketchbooks, because those are interesting to say the least. I know I had one in like grade 3 that I don't know where it is. It might be in my basement somewhere, or I may have thrown it out, which is really sad. Regardless, it wasn't any good. But, you know, that's kind of where I started drawing, and it would be cool to see how that was. I think the oldest sketchbook that I have right now is maybe 5 or 6 years old. But we'll see. We'll see if I make another video on my sketchbooks. I think this year I've grown a lot as an artist, and I've become more confident in my abilities. And I have learned a lot this year when it comes to art, whether that's through school or through art TikToks, or just lots and lots of practice, because I've had a lot of time, as we all have. And I've just really been trying to own my skill and share it with people as well. I've been using my Instagram account to share it with my family and friends. I don't really have that much of a following, but it is what it is, you know? And I'm still learning, and I'm still growing, and I hope that next year I can continue to learn and grow as well. Thank you for watching.